With the new season comes new weapons. Which ones are worth picking up? Let's find out. Here's every new Fortnite weapon ranked worst to best. Before we get started, be sure to subscribe to ArcadeCloud News right here on YouTube for all the best news and lists in gaming. Now let's get into it. Number 7. Firefly Jar. The Firefly Jar is a brand new forged weapon in Season 3 and can only be found at night. Not only that, but they normally only spawn near camping areas or fire pits. And when you approach one, you'll only see a tiny orange bug in the game. The weapon itself does 40 damage on impact and will create a fire spread that will destroy wooden structures and builds from other players. Although this weapon is a pretty cool addition to the game, it's not very powerful or useful at all. You might want to throw it at a player that is building in defense, but other than that, don't expect to get any kills with the Firefly Jar. And if you do, send them to us. Seriously, at ArcadeCloud on Instagram. Number 6. Flare Gun. The flare gun is officially in Fortnite, and it definitely goes along great with the theme of Season 3, which is probably why it was in the trailer. The gun has a magazine size of 6, and you won't be able to find any ammo for it around the map. It does do a decent amount of damage at 60 per shot, but it only shoots one flare at a time and takes about a second and a half to reload, meaning it's far from the most effective weapon in the game. Overall, the flare gun seems to be in the game for fun, so sweats stay away. Number 5. Charged Shotgun. The Charged Shotgun is the newest addition to the Fortnite meta, and if you've been playing Season 3, you've definitely seen this weapon around the map. Although the Charged Shotgun does a great deal of damage, its long reload time keeps it from being a powerful weapon. The weapon might be a solid choice for dealing a final blow or a quick stab before switching to another gun, but if you're up against someone who's a solid builder, you're gonna have trouble. Kitt drops a mystic version of the gun at Caddy Corner, and it's definitely the most powerful version of the gun in the game. But still, unless you're a Widowmaker player or something, landing this thing fully charged is a tough ask for most, especially when you're up against a great builder. Number 4. Joules Glider Gun. Joules Glider Gun works similarly to the Batman Grapnel Gun from Chapter 1 Season 10. The weapon doesn't do any damage to opponents, but gives you an excellent way of getting around the map. You can use it to quickly scale a building, to look for loot, or to get out of the storm in a hurry. It's also a great tool for surprise attacking opponents, or for making a quick escape when you're low on health. Pair this with Joules Drum Gun when you find her at the Authority, and you'll be well on your way to a victory. But we'll get to that later. Number 3. Kitt's Shockwave Launcher. The more useful of the two weapons dropped by Kitt is easily Kitt's Shockwave Launcher. Similar to the Shockwave Grenade, the Shockwave Launcher releases rockets that don't do any physical damage to other players, but instead will launch you in the air without giving you any fall damage when you land. This will give you a great opportunity to surprise attack your opponents, and even bounce on top of their builds to catch them off guard. The launcher works as a reusable launch pad, and it's a great weapon to add to your inventory to give you a huge advantage in the final circle. Number 2. Ocean's Burst Assault Rifle. Ocean's Burst Assault Rifle can be obtained by defeating Ocean within the Fortilla. If you're good with the Burst AR, then you're definitely going to want to get your hands on this gun. Ocean's version of the weapon does the same amount of damage as a legendary Burst AR, but comes with a magazine size of 30 instead of 20. Trust us, those 10 extra rounds are well worth the effort, especially when you're facing off with another skilled player. We know the Burst AR isn't everyone's first choice, but if you're a fan of this weapon, you're not going to find a better version of it than the one carried by Ocean. Number 1. Joules Drum Gun. Ah, the drum gun. This fully automatic ruiner of many games and the reason behind a lot of rage quits is back in a new form for Season 3. Joules Drum Gun works about the same as Midas's drum gun from Season 2. In fact, we're pretty sure that Midas passed the gun down to Joules once he was eaten by the shark in that Season 3 trailer. RIP. Although the gun has been nerfed a bit from Season 2, it's still one of the most powerful in the game. With its incredible 204 damage per second, this drum gun is going to give you a pretty big advantage over anyone who might cross your path. Taking Joules down within the Authority could be a bit of a pain, but picking up this bad boy certainly makes it worth your while. And that covers our list ranking Season 3's new weapons. What's your go-to gun for Season 3? Let us know in the comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe to ArcadeCloud News right here on YouTube for more of the best news and lists in gaming. As always, thanks for watching.